Welcome one and all to a literary journey back in time. Today, we are paying tribute to a man known for his wit, wisdom, and whimsical way with words. A man who has made us chuckle, ponder, and often question our very way of life. With a twinkle in his eye and a pen in his hand, he painted pictures of American life that remain vivid in our collective memory even today. We are stepping into the world of the ever-entertaining, always enlightening Samuel Clemens, better known by his pen name, Mark Twain. We're about to roll out some of his most memorable quips, quotes, and quintessential Twainisms. So sit back, relax, and let the timeless wisdom of this celebrated author bring a smile to your day. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities. Truth isn't. Patriotism is supporting your country all the time, and your government when it deserves it. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. Give every day the chance to become the most beautiful of your life. When angry, count to 4. When very angry, swear. Wrinkles should merely indicate where smiles have been. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. In a good book room, you feel in some mysterious way that you are absorbing the wisdom contained in all the books through your skin, without even opening them. I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. It is better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you are a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. There are basically two types of people. People who accomplish things and people who claim to have accomplished things. The first group is less crowded. Humor is mankind's greatest blessing. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. Grief can take care of itself, but to get the full value of joy, you must have somebody to divide it with. The worst loneliness is to not be comfortable with yourself. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, and then success is sure. Life is short. Break the rules. Forgive quickly, kiss slowly, love truly, laugh uncontrollably, and never regret anything that makes you smile. Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness, and many of our people need it sorely on these accounts. The more I learn about people, the more I like my dog. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. Better a broken promise than none at all. A clear conscience is the sure sign of a bad memory. It is easier to stay out than get out. A man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. I was gratified to be able to answer promptly, and I did. I said I didn't know. Go to heaven for the climate, hell for the company. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. Continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. Loyalty to country always. Loyalty to government when it deserves it. Sanity and happiness are an impossible combination. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Always do right. This will gratify some people and astonish the rest. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. To succeed in life, you need two things: ignorance and confidence. Whenever you find that you are on the side of the majority, it is time to reform. Thunder is good, thunder is impressive, but it is lightning that does the work. It's no wonder that truth is stranger than fiction. Fiction has to make sense. The man who is a pessimist before 48 knows too much. If he is an optimist after it, he knows too little. There is no sadder sight than a young pessimist. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. If you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you. This is the principal difference between a dog and man. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Habit is habit, and not to be flung out of the window by any man, but coaxed downstairs a step at a time. Never put off till tomorrow. What may be done day after tomorrow just as well. A man's character may be learned from the adjectives which he habitually uses in conversation. Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. The lack of money is the root of all evil. The very ink with which history is written is merely fluid prejudice. History doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. Suppose you were an idiot, and suppose you were a member of Congress. But I repeat myself. Education consists mainly of what we have unlearned. Facts are stubborn things, but statistics are more pliable. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. We have the best government that money can buy. Reality can be beaten with enough imagination. A person who won't read has no advantage over one who can't read. It is curious that physical courage should be so common in the world and moral courage so rare. The reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated. I didn't attend the funeral, but I sent a nice letter saying I approved of it. There are lies, damn lies, and statistics. There is no distinctly American criminal class except Congress. Clothes make the man. naked people have little or no influence in society. Education, the path from cocky ignorance to miserable uncertainty. When in doubt, tell the truth. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. It is better to deserve honors and not have them than to have them and not deserve them. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. Let us so live that when we come to die, even the undertaker will be sorry. It ain't what you don't know that gets you into trouble. It's what you know for sure that just ain't so. The human race has one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. If you hold a cat by the tail, you learn things you cannot learn any other way. Principles have no real force except when one is well fed. There are several good protections against temptation, but the surest is cowardice. Man is the only animal that blushes, or needs to. Few things are harder to put up with than the annoyance of a good example. The more you explain it, the more I don't understand it. When a person cannot deceive himself, the chances are against his being able to deceive other people. I have a higher and grander standard of principle than George Washington. He could not lie. I can, but I won't. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not your brain. Familiarity breeds contempt. How accurate that is. The reason we hold truth in such respect is because we have so little opportunity to get familiar with it. It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. If it's your job to eat a frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning. And if it's your job to eat 2 frogs, it's best to eat the biggest one first. God created war so that Americans would learn geography. Water, taken in moderation, cannot hurt anybody. The secret source of humor itself is not joy, but sorrow. There is no humor in heaven. We are all fools in our lifetime, but the worst of all are those who never discover they are fools. I do not fear death. I had been dead for billions and billions of years before I was born, and had not suffered the slightest inconvenience from it. My mother had a great deal of trouble with me, but I think she enjoyed it.